Hello everybody and welcome to another Total Annihilation Replays. Today I'm bringing you more of the fresh tournament games from the current tournament. And we are following TimmyFred and his journey through here. Having defeated Breezy in the quarterfinals, he has moved on to face Tag Rock in the finals. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually live streaming this, and then I will cut these up later for videos on the channel. And this is just, I got some comments and you guys were like, hey, yeah, we'd just prefer more contact. I know the quality won't be as good, but during this busy season for me, this will actually be helpful. Actually, I've got vineyard work I've got to do even after I'm done with this. So there's plenty of stuff to keep you busy, but the wife's out right now, and so I figured I might as well make some noise in the house as we watch some exciting tournament games. So, the map here is Gods of War 2. No, I don't know if I've actually casted it on this yet. And the bottom left in orange, as always, is Tag Rock, the TA King of Gibraltar. Of course, that means he's probably the only TA player in all of Gibraltar, too. So, I'm sure Venom would be out there and would inform me that he's actually in Spain. But no, in fact, he's not. And in the top right, we've got TimmyFred, USA, and he is doing a 2-max walk start here, so that likely means no air first from him. Rock doing a single max and then dropping a straight K-bot. Rock is really good at these, at the build orders on these sorts of maps, so you never know what's going to be better. Now, Rock's going K-bot, that seems to be the more standard thing to do. You can just get more cons out faster. And I think having more cons is better than the build power of the vehicle cons. But TimmyFred's going vehicle. Rock is going K-bot here. TimmyFred's going to have a little bit more metal because he walked further, but you can see things are a little bit slower. Rock's already got one con out, whereas TimmyFred is just getting his factory done at this point, working on the second one. So, hello there, Star Value. Good to see you, sir. So, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll speed this up here. Once again, I'm actually watching this on the TAF replayer. When I actually increase the speed, you're actually going to see the clock, the game time clock in the bottom left corner is actually going to be off. So if we actually want to know what the time is, I've got to hit time. So if you guys want to know, just ask. You can see at this point, it shows me at 150, but they're actually at 2:08. So at 2 minutes right now. So this is when typically a bomber would be arriving, is about 2 minutes into the game. You can see TimmyFred's got 2 cons out, 2 missile towers. But at this point, Rock is already going. He's went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cons, and he's already reclaimed his K-bot facility, and he's going air. So his air is really, really fast, especially from having gone K-bot first. The advantage here is, of course, he's got a decent amount of build power, and he actually has more build power than Timmy. Timmy's going 4 cons. Now Timmy's going to have more. You can see what he's doing here is he's shooting his missiles at the vehicle plant so he can reclaim it. He's also starting his air. This is a pretty standard Gods of War strategy. Gods of War 2, there are a few different ways to play it. I'm actually not sure what's best. Because Rock is doing this, it's probably safe to assume that this is the correct order. And it probably is, especially considering there are rocks on these other islands to expand to. And so that's going to give the advantage. You can see Rock, instead of going bomber, he's gone fighter. He wants to play for territory here. TimmyFred looks like he's going to try and sneak a Valkyrie off. And it's going to be risky considering Rock has their superiority at this point. You can see Rock is transporting a K-bot over. Timmy only has 4 cons. If he drops one, he's down to 3. So you can see a scout is coming right over where TimmyFred is dropping. He's got an Avenger. Rock now knows that Timmy's trying to contest for this island. Gets the scout, and is the con going to get down on time? Here comes the fighters. Ooh, TimmyFred's fighter was on the ground for that. And the con is down. Timmy brings in additional help back from his factory. I don't know why that fighter is setting down. That is definitely unfortunate because it should have been up popping a missile. So Rock goes up, maintains their superiority, and he's going to be able to harass this con. He's got 3 fighters. That's enough to actually stop him from building. The problem is you do tend to have to micromanage the fighters. So Timmy, he's still cranking out more fighters. He's trying to distract their missiles with this peeper, so he can get. There we go. Again, Timmy coming in one at a time doesn't help. You can see what Timmy's doing though right there is he's actually microing his Avengers to be in the same spot as Rock's fighters so that they both go down together. And that's not a bad way to do it. It looks like Rock's actually pulling back and harassing the Khan. A missile tower's up. Timmy has basically secured that island. In the meantime, though, Rock has secured this bottom. He's got 2 missile towers up, and he's moving here. So he's on 3 islands down to Timmy's 2. We'll speed this up just a little. You can see they both have similar resources on the islands. It's just at this point, Rock is doing a little better territory-wise. Setting in a fighter. I don't know if it's a good idea. Timmy sees that lone fighter. He isn't able to take advantage of it. Rock burns on the rest of his fighters. His fighters are all stacked up there. It's not necessarily good for Rock. He manages to spread them out. The trick to do that is you just kind of click move with your fighters, and then you just tap S for stop. And stop is how you do that. So these games happened over this past weekend, and so these are very, very fresh. The finals have yet to occur. And I won't spoil as far as who makes it out of this round between Rock and TimmyFred. So, nice little fighter duel. 3 fighters from Timmy to, is that 6 from Rock? Rock, I think, drops 2. Timmy loses 3. I might be wrong on the count there. And Rock is already C. So Timmy is not C yet at this point. The skeets do have missiles, so by moving his skeets to cover this island right here, Rock is basically giving Timmy this island, but then taking this one too. Typically, of course, you want to split this map right down the middle if you're playing this one-on-one, because Rock is going to take this island. That's a significant advantage. If Timmy isn't able to contest it, then he is going to be in for a world of hurt on this one. Yes, and games with Rock and them are fantastic to learn from. You know, playing against Rock is too, because what he does is he'll comm bomb you if you don't have any anti-air, just to keep his winning streak alive. I'm not salty about it. Alright. Timmy going in, looks like he's ready to contest this island over here. You notice how he kind of off-screened those a little bit? The reason he did that was to keep them away from the skeets, but you see how Rock brought the dogfight down closer to the skeets. Advantage Rock on that one. He's already got a missile tower on the island too. It'll be hard for Timmy's fighters to do much. Timmy is in the water, so he can put some pressure on. He says good game, though. That is basically just based on the territory alone. Timmy is saying he can't handle it. He surrenders. I kind of agree. I mean, it's a tournament game. It probably would have been, you know, if I'm Timmy, I would have probably walked on over. We could check the game clock on that too. Yeah, so that was a 10-minute game. But just to play this map too is quite difficult. So, alrighty, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this particular game.